We are now recording. In 3, 2, 1. We are live. Are you excited?
Not yet, technically.
Well, we have like 10 seconds, okay? According to this, it says we are live. Wow, we are losing so many frames.
Ignore it. Just ignore
That's how
that.
I feel with my
Just
computer
keep
right
going.
now.
It says 90% of frames.
Frames are just snapping and non-existent.
Meaning something's wrong, and it's fine.
It's the Wi-Fi.
With
You should start anyway.
Hello, everyone. And welcome.
Oh, okay, wow.
To Pass
That is very loud.
and Dragons. I mean, this is my microphone. I was holding it right here. It's a
That
very
makes
good
my
microphone.
eyes so
Start
loud.
again. You want to say
Wow.
that again?
It's a very good microphone.
Oh yeah, we're so laggy.
Well, it says... Oh. Yeah. We're losing 90% of frames.
It's fine. Just keep going.
Frames are frames.
We begin. A nice sunny afternoon on an Eastbourne boat headed towards Kamlisle. We open to Philip Durand and Leilani on the deck of the ship. Your father is talking with the captain while deckhands are moving around. You will be arriving in Kamlisle soon. You now have a moment to yourselves.
So, has your father mentioned anything about this supposed quest that you may be seeking?
He knows about as much as I do. Unfortunately, I wish I knew more, but no, it's not every day that Marquis such as myself gets to go on a quest, despite how ridiculous it is.
Well, it could be exciting.
Well, it could be. But then again, it's a quest. So,
Yeah,
I don't know, I see it going both ways.
Your father, Birindel, walks over to you after talking with the captain. We will be arriving at Kamlisle in about 20 minutes. I hope you're prepared.
Well, Father, I'm dressed for the occasion. However, whatever may follow, I doubt I can hardly be prepared for it. So,
You knew what I meant.
Give him kind of a small smile.
it was a rather empty gesture of sentimentality, Father. We both know that any realism it might have fallen away completely once you actually investigated the thought. So,
Somebody's salty today.
well, I am sailing on a ocean of salt, so on a quest that I had to sacrifice many social engagements to go to.
When you meet King Galago for the first time, be on your best behavior.
Oh, I was planning on streaking naked and running into the forest, so
Now is not
I'll
the time
probably-
for jokes, Philip.
when is? I would really love to know.
It is never the time for jokes.
Oh, then you live such a boring life, Father. I can't stand it.
We're going to a ball as well as a treaty. You can joke then.
I doubt I'll get as much as a rise out of them as I will of you. So,
Your father turns around and walks into one of the cabins.
oh, that man. I don't understand how he can be my father sometimes.
You do enjoy riling him up, but in the end, he really isn't that bad.
No, I know he isn't. He just lacks any eccentricities. And it,
And we're going to shift over to another ship. A Norwegian ship. Where Jaren or Zexu and Dovasari.
Jaren.
Jaren.
okay.
Jaren.
I didn't know how it's pronounced. So,
Jaren or
Jaren.
Zexu.
It's like something in
And
a
his
jar.
servant, Dovasari. Or
Yes.
Dovasari. Is that which one is correct?
It's Devessary.
Dovasari.
I'm
Are
pronouncing that
also
very person to
on
person.
the deck of their ship. Jaren, your sister, is mingling with some of the crew. And you have a moment to yourselves.
Moment. I have to remind myself of some things.
Are you sure you are well for this trip?
Yes, I believe I am. My sister, on the other hand, maybe not.
But she seemed so excited yesterday.
Well, she decided. Meeting a king. We don't do that often. Now get back.
And
Work.
here I was thinking you
Go
were
work with the other
nobles.
slaves. Servants.
Oh, surely.
Please. I don't need you right now.
When will you ever realize you'll always need me?
When this trip is done, then I can relax.
Well, I'll
Now
see
is
you
not
around.
the time to relax. What is my sister's name? I'm sorry, I was looking, but I couldn't find it. Don't do that.
Jeffrey,
You dropped something.
Patrick, you're silent.
Yeah, you are. Hello?
I heard that in my soul.
All right, there you go.
What is my sister's name?
Kiana.
That's a really good question.
Kiana, right. Kiana. How's this trip faring you? Dear sister.
Well, the crew members seem to be enjoying my company.
I've noticed.
I'm having fun. I've never been on ship before.
Yes, that's why you're having fun. Of course.
She turns and waves at some of the crew members.
Who wave back?
Yes. Where's your servant?
Off with the other servants.
You should always keep her
Like I
around.
told her to do. I don't need her right now. Neither do you. And you want her around, which I couldn't understand why.
She's fun. Especially
She.
around you.
Right.
She pats you on the head. Bye!
Be sure to be ready for the king,
I'm always ready for the king.
please. We both know that's not the case. Remember this morning when we started our trip? You didn't seem that ready.
I was so flustered.
Right.
You rushed me.
Totally didn't oversleep.
I would never oversleep.
Right. Go back to playing with your toys.
Bye!
You talk to your older sister like that.
And we shift again to the Eastbourne ship and the Norwich ship, arriving at Kamlisle at roughly the same time. When you arrive, you see that there are 4 other ships. One you would know belongs to Kamlisle itself, while the others you could assume belong to the other lords. You were the last ones to arrive. As you step off your ships onto the dock of Kamlisle, where there are dozens and dozens of citizens and peasants roaming around. Some guards, too, to keep an eye on things. Would you like to do anything?
What do I see?
What I just described to you.
She just told you.
So do I see them arrive?
You both arrive at roughly the same time.
Or is that a different dock? Is it the same dock?
There's only one
Or a
dock in
different dock?
Kamlisle.
Alright then.
Ha! Poor.
No, small.
Small island.
I
Yes,
imagine
You
large
have at
dock.
least 16
oh, yes.
dogs.
Then I would step off, pretty much holding my hand out for my sister to help her off.
She takes it and waves at the crew, the members of the crew, as they are not allowed off until the lord, the ladies, and the royals have left.
You, gesturing to you know who. Come. Now.
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
Surely you could be a little bit more formal than that. We are going to meet a king after all.
But we're not currently.
Philip, as you
Did you say
exit,
hello?
I said Philip.
Ah, Philip.
As you exit your ship, your father is with you as you go, and he says, "We have about an hour before the official ceremonies begin. So, I have some business to attend to. Specifically, I would like to interact and enjoy my cousin's company before the ceremonies.
Right.
So, enjoy yourself. Don't get into any trouble."
No promises. And I'm just going to immediately start striding away.
Alright, so my thought were the only answers you were gonna do is no promises and or wouldn't dream of it. It
Those
was
would,
one of
only,
those two.
those would have been the only acceptable answers.
Exactly.
I am carrying Philip's bags and stuff that he had us bring along.
Yes, my luggage.
Yes.
Which is mostly clothes.
Mostly
Yeah, it's
clothes.
composed of like one small backpack and another slightly larger suitcase.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine you were also carrying my sword.
Yes. Yeah. It's in a sheath and then in a cloth pouch um, across my back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As he strides away.
So where are we headed?
Ah, excellent question, Leilani. Excellent question. The question is not where are we headed, but where aren't we?
Back
Ah.
home.
But I'd rather not have you lugging around all that luggage. So I suppose we'll have to check into wherever we're staying over the course of these couple of days. So, I guess to the royal keep, I imagine.
Alrighty. Do we know where we're going?
Oh, Philip's never been here
I
before.
I imagine it's not hard to find the
Oh,
royal
it's not
keep,
hard to
though.
find, but
Is it clearly visible from here?
I'm just walking where everybody else is walking.
That is a good way to do
well,
it.
at the moment, no one is heading up to the keep besides your father.
Then everybody else will be following me to the keep.
Kamlisle is basically the castle is up on top of a large hill that's in the center of the island, while
So we
the
can
rest of
probably-
the peasants and citizens live on couple small towns near the shores.
So it's safe to assume that we can see where we're going.
Yes. Whether you know the direct path is the question.
I imagine that there is a main road.
Yes.
Yeah, we follow the biggest, most important looking road that goes in the same direction as we are going.
Okay.
No, the road just wraps around the entire island, spiraling until it reaches the keep.
People have a lot
And
more to get up to.
Jarin and Devasori.
Devassery.
Devassery, right.
Hmm.
I keep messing up.
Maybe you pronounce it correctly and
Oh,
maybe
Sorry.
she'll respond.
Jaren, where are you going to be going?
Obviously going to the keep to have Devassery drop off our luggage. Or my luggage at least.
Okay.
I'm sure
What? I don't
Kiana
have
has
luggage.
Now-
has many servants taking her stuff.
Jaren, Philip, Devassery, and Leilani, you are the only people heading to the keep right now.
Not my sister.
Oh no, not yet.
Okay.
So,
We would run into each other.
you may now describe your characters, starting with Philip.
Oh, do we see each other?
Oh, yes, you are the only people heading to the keep right now.
Okay.
Imagine since we
So-
got off of our boat second, that
Yeah.
we'll be catching up to them.
Yes.
Yeah. So as of right now, you see a very, princely looking young man wearing very, very stark white clothes with dark green accents, trim, and embossments, with disheveled but stylish brown hair, and most notably, however, wouldn't be particularly easy to see if I'm walking slightly ahead. But he is also wearing a intricately carved mask with a few decorations and patterns on it.
Leilani?
I am a fairly tall, thin female with incredibly pale skin and a dark, well, bluish, really just normal bluish hair, not dark bluish. I have a tattoo along my arm that looks something like this. Uh, and I'm wearing mostly black. Of course, I'm carrying the backpack and on my back with a cloth, a long cloth bag hanging out, and a suit of luggage on top of that.
Alright.
Jaren.
Yeah, I almost forgot.
I'm
Oh, wait.
I'm pretty much
Wait, wait, wait.
wearing. Oh, you're not done. Okay.
I almost forgot. Fairly notably, my my scaleras are black, and my irises are kind of eerie yellow.
Okay.
Oh,
I am pretty much wearing what I am now. Just a black suit, black shirt, and pants, like formal clothes, with black hair and green eyes,
What,
and
like,
wearing two
what
rings.
style of hair?
What style? Imagine Loki from Avengers 1.
Okay, so like slick back and
Sleek
not
back,
super long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and extremely piercing green eyes.
Yes. Bright, effectively. And also pale, but not as pale as Leilani
Alright.
here.
And finally, the Vessery.
Well, I look decently normal. I am. How did everyone else describe their characters? I am
Height.
blanking on that. What?
First go height, then go skin color, hair color.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and-
height? Oh, was
Oh,
I
you don't.
supposed
Yeah,
to do height?
just
You
describe
don't
what
have
you're
to say
wearing, and
height.
then your
Okay.
just your physical appearance based on what we can see.
I was
So
just giving him a description of the way I did it, because he asked for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm mildly shortish. Um, with kind of long black hair and very light eyes.
What color? Light eyes.
They odd to look at, but they look like a light lavender.
Bright, not bright, light purple.
Mhm.
Alright.
With a posture about me that gives off the feeling that I am in fact a noble.
But she's carrying my luggage.
But
Yeah.
with how you
Just
are
be
dressed, you very clearly are not.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming it
Yeah.
wouldn't be the normal ones.
I
It would
don't think
probably
I'm dressed
be a
in
little
anything
more.
bad, given that would be an
No,
insult
it'd
to
probably
his
be like
house.
just
Yeah.
something to complement me and my sister's clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a little
Probably
bit more
something
common.
Yeah, Nate, can you repeat that again? I kind of
Probably
zoned
a
out from your
dress.
description.
Okay, I'm mildly shortish with with long black hair and fair skin. My eyes are kind of a weird light lavender color. And I'm carrying with myself with a disposition that you could mistake me for a noble if it wasn't for my clothes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry. Jaren, is that your name?
Jaren.
Jarin.
Jaren.
Yes.
Jaren. What height were you? I know that
I
you-
didn't say, but I'm gonna say I do remember that I am 5'10".
Okay. So we're all fairly like medium average,
Except-
high end of average.
Except Connor.
for
No.
Six. Yeah, Philip is definitely the tallest standing at 6'1".
I'm saying that Devassery is not around that height. For sure it's
What are you-
5'5". I
5'5".
don't remember.
5'6".
5'6".
good to know.
So
Pretty
Yeah.
average.
Alrighty.
Mildly shortish.
no, it's average. Pretty
For
much.
women, yeah.
It's definitely on the shorter end of our group.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
So yes, that is what both of
Hey,
your groups
how
see.
tall are you, Ryan? Sorry, Leilani.
5'11".
All right. I was gonna say if the two people with the most health are the tallest, that would be hilarious.
Anyway,
This is what you both of your groups see
Yes.
as you head up to the keep, as basically everyone else is still down in the villages below.
Ah, hello. As I reach my hand out toward Philip. Jaren or Zexu. Pleasure to meet you.
Ah, same to you, Philip Durant. Oh, sorry, totally my British accent. Ah, same to you, Philip Durant.
You're not Revan.
And Jaren, can you roll knowledge history for a second?
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Knowledge history. I do not have knowledge history.
Oh, then don't roll.
You can.
Upon seeing this group, I'm going to have a mildly shocked and confused expression.
And I'm going to have kind of a flicker of a glare.
What appears to be the
Wow.
matter? Your servant, I presume? Sorry, I should be talking like this.
Apologies. My name is Leilani. I'm a servant to Master Philip.
What appears to be the problem?
No problem.
You seem shocked.
I just wasn't expecting to meet another noble so soon.
Well, we are in a very special event.
Indeed. So, where do you hail from, Jaren?
Norwich. Baron Urzexu of Norwich.
Interesting. Well, I'm from Eastbourne
Ah,
myself. I'm the Marquis of. Yeah, I'm the Marquis of Eastbourne of. Sorry.
can you
hold on.
explain what that is?
Marquis is like the same thing you are,
Okay.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. I am the Marquis of Eastbourne.
A fellow baron, I'm effectively.
I kind of glance at Leilani. Yes. Huh. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. So what brings you here? I mean, I know that there's
Obviously,
a very
this
large event, but
Yes. We were.
say
My
you
family,
would.
at least, wasn't invited. As were, I presume, you and yours.
Yes, I would. I was formally invited. My father is the cousin of the king.
Very nice.
Yes. So you'll have to pardon my chucklesome manner at the moment, but you wouldn't happen to have heard any word of a quest, would you have?
I have heard that this king is known for giving those.
It would seem he is.
So I would assume if at some point he might give me a quest.
That would be a reasonable assumption. Depending on how things go at this event, it might be the two of us and our servants together. Who knows?
Perhaps. We will see. It does appear we are the only ones heading to the keep.
Indeed. Right
Well, then
then.
I best be on my way. Along with
Yes,
the servant here.
yes, we have some small matters to take care of.
Oh,
Let's smile
Jaren!
over to Leilani.
As you see your sister hopping over up the road, and Leilani and
that would
Philip,
be
you
my
both
sister,
see
Duchess
almost she
Urzexu.
could be his twin.
Ah,
Their faces are basically, it's a feminine version of his face,
Pretty much.
but her hair is longer and it's braided in the back. And she's wearing this silken green dress.
and who
that
is
would
this
be my
lovely lady?
sister, Duchess Urzexu.
Who might
Ah.
you be? I am Duchess Kiana.
Ah, Marquis Philip Durand, it is a pleasure to meet you.
And she reaches out her hand.
I will take it and, yeah, kiss it.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm here to make
Indeed,
sure
in
this
fact-
one doesn't get into any trouble.
I'm
Ah.
fairly certain it's the other way around.
No need to worry.
It's not what I
He
was
seems to be
told.
quite a reasonable fellow.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Perhaps. Well, it was nice meeting the both of you and your servant. But yes, as we said, we have some small matters to take care of.
Of course.
Of course, of course.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Durand.
And you, I'm certain we'll be seeing more of each other.
If you are here for the same event, of course.
No, I'm actually here on a fishing trip. I'm kidding.
You're a funny one.
I've been told many times.
And Kiana laughs a little too much. She's like,
I'm glad I'm not the only
You're
one
so
who
funny.
appreciates my jokes.
Kiana. And then you just give
Yes.
her an elbow.
Ow, what?
Not the time.
It's always the time.
All right. Well, Leilani, let's get going.
I nod and give a quick curtsy to the others and continue on my way.
And then you have one of those moments where you say goodbye and you both start heading the same direction.
Yes, I
Yep,
typically
pretty
do that.
much.
Philip will intentionally start putting distance between the two parties.
Uh,
Speed
we are
walking,
speedy
speed
boys.
walking.
Yes.
If I may, can I have Philip roll a perception check?
Oh,
yes, I can.
if you want.
22.
Wow.
Well.
Okay. Uh,
17 plus
Nice.
5.
yeah, you'll notice
Nice.
my eye definitely linger on the group for just a little longer than
Mhm.
is average as we turn around and head away.
So, what do you think of meeting the first four, Miss Leilani?
Oh, they seemed quite nice. Miss Kiana was quite a lovely lady, don't you think?
Perhaps a little too giggly, but nonetheless,
Yes.
nonetheless charming.
Yes. Well, what did you think? Did you find the idea of going on a quest with them, well, maybe more intriguing than going on your lonesome?
Honestly, I still can't believe that it's actually going to happen. I think it's just a publicity thing.
To
But
be fair, we don't actually know that we will be given a quest. It's just we may be jumping to a wrong conclusion in this point.
yes, though my father likes to lean into his presumptions, I'm inclined to agree with you. I honestly don't see this coming to any sort of fruition on the matter. So yes, I bet it's I suppose it's best to keep our expectations realistic.
Nonetheless, it's definitely a fun prospect to linger on.
Perhaps, perhaps for some. As I've said it many times, it's just so ridiculous.
Yes.
Honestly,
If nothing else, it's a good point of discussion.
perhaps, though relative to some others, I'd much rather discuss them.
Fair enough.
I swear, if it's anything like my father having me go kill goblins,
Leilani will definitely snicker at that one for a little longer than the
Well,
other jokes.
yeah, yeah,
The
It's an
idea of you
inside
killing
joke.
someone is also very amusing to her.
yeah.
And Philip and Leilani, you arrive a couple minutes before they do to
As you are speed walking.
Castle Durand. And this castle is very
Durand.
ancient English and Celtic mix between the two in design.
Did you mean to say Durand?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
Oh.
my my father is the cousin of the king, and
This is
we
why
share
I
the same
asked
family
you to
name.
roll
Right.
knowledge in history, but you don't have it.
and I can't roll that. You know who can?
Nate.
I
Yes.
know I could, but it's more fun just to let you struggle.
I can't roll that knowledge.
I mean, honestly, it just makes sense. It just makes sense to allow some characters to make
Do you have
knowledge checks
knowledge,
like
nobility?
periodically when it would make sense.
Good.
Even if you don't have it as a mage's, I will let you have that as a class skill. Knowledge nobility.
Knowledge, just nobility.
Like
I do
like
not.
anybody could just connect the
Right.
dots there between my
I don't
family
have a
name and the name of
pencil
the
right
castle.
now. I need
Yes,
a
that's-
pencil.
That's
I
what,
have some pencils, so come in here.
Oh, look, a pencil.
Oh, that's good.
Yes,
But yeah,
I
I'll
would
let you
prefer a
have.
sharper one though.
Even if Connor doesn't as well, he's allowed to have that as well.
I have it.
Okay,
I
nice.
took that into account.
Mm-hmm. I just forgot to mention it, Taryn.
Righty that. All right.
So if you want, you can roll knowledge and ability.
Okay.
Right. So yeah.
No, I got a nat 1.
Who?
Then again, wait, no, it was on my paper because it rolled because my paper was slanted, so it rolled.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Can I try? Okay. Nope, that's an 8.
Who? No.
That's a 17 on my part.
Yeah, you would know the information Connor has said.
Right. Arriving at our rooms.
Well, no, I didn't say that yet.
Oh, did we not?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Nope, you get a quest before then.
No.
Oh,
You arrive at the gate where there are 4 guards in front of it, holding spears. As you walk up, they prop the spears in front of you. What is your purpose here?
I am Marquis Philip Durand. I'm staying here for the time being.
Do you have proof of this fact?
Yes, I will present him with a royal crest, which I certainly have.
Oh, yes. And they allow you in. You go over to the door, open it up, where you see basically a butler standing in front of you as you open the door, holding a couple cups of tea, and he hands it to you.
Ah, thank you.
There you go, my lord.
Oh no, I'm not alone.
Would you like one as well, my lady?
Oh, no, thank you.
Very well. I will show you to your rooms. And the butler leads both of you to your room. Well, specifically, Philip to his room. Leilani, you are given basically, Philip has the choice of either putting you in, like, the main part of the main servants' quarters, or basically there is a bed set up in his room for you to sleep in.
Yeah, no, she's not staying with the servants. I can tell you that much.
I assumed. And Jaren, Kiana, and Devasari.
Mhm.
Devasari.
Sorry.
Devasari. Are given a similar treatment.
Okay.
Kiana would take the tea from the butler and accidentally spill it on Jaren. Accidentally.
I'm liking this lady.
Yes.
I will cast a
Say
spell
whoops,
to clean him
see
up.
oopsie, and then goes to her room. And you have a few minutes before the party begins and then the treaty discussion. So, would you like to do anything before then?
I'll look to Philip because he seemed to be on his way to something before.
Yeah, how long has it taken us now?
It did not take. It took like maybe 5 minutes to get up to the castle.
Okay, excellent. That gives us 50 minutes to do stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, once we get situated in our rooms, yeah, I will have Philip will have Leilani keep his sword on her. Philip will also change into more less travel clothes, more befitting of an urban environment.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Question. Where am I supposed to keep the sword?
On your back, like you were doing.
Okay.
got anything to say?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, the way you described it doesn't seem that suspicious or that out of place.
I just don't know how common it is for people to be carrying long objects draped in cloth bags across their backs.
It's common for
Not in-
it's common for royals to do it.
All right, fair enough.
Does Leilani look like a royal to you?
Yes.
No, but
No.
I do.
No.
I look
but-
like the servant of a royal.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
You are.
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
Darn.
Darn it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
then we'll,
Now, all right. So, all right, Leilani. Now that we're situated, what can we get up to? I wonder what there is to do here.
well, certainly there are some local spots like the market, or even
I
some.
agree. There's only one way to find out. And yeah, he will begin walking out of the room.
I will, of course, follow after.
And you walk out, you see a couple servants washing the floor.
Oh, hello.
They look up at you and immediately look back down and start washing the floor. But like faster this time.
Yes, good. The floors look very clean.
Cheerio.
Is it good, my lord?
Oh, yes. Excellent. Well, I will see you all later.
I'll carefully walk across the floor, not to trying to avoid
Yes.
stepping on anything that they seem to have already thoroughly cleaned.
Mm-hmm. And Jaran and Devassery. Or Devassery.
The best.
Devassery.
I can't get
Bruh.
it in. Devassery.
Everyone else.
Devassery,
is-
Where
you can say
would
it how
you like
want.
to what would you like to do?
I'd like to get to my.
Hmm.
Well, I'd like to get to my room, please.
Yes, you are at your room.
Okay.
You also have the same option as Philip did, which was to have
Mhm.
your servant sleep in the room with you or sleep in the servants' quarters.
I don't trust
Mhm.
her anywhere else.
And Kiana's there with you, and she's like, she can sleep in my room if she really wants to.
Yes, and
Yeah,
why?
it's appreciated.
I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't want her sleeping with you?
You're right.
Odd choice of phrasing.
No, I think that
It was not
Leaving
odd.
with Duchess
It was on
Kiana, Make sure
purpose.
she is okay and safe and meet all of her needs that she asks for. Okay.
I don't need her yet.
But you would.
Yes, I will later. I'm going to go take a nap. You two have fun. And she goes to her room.
So what are we to do?
You are gonna go with the other servants, and I'm going to take a nap for 15 minutes. Now.
As you wish, my lord.
That's internal clock for 15 minutes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I will wake him up.
In 15 minutes.
Yes.
good. I'm glad.
And
From the
technic
trajectory
now,
of the Earth to the Sun.
Jaran is taking a
I'm-
nap. Devassery, you technically can do whatever you want, because he has no way of knowing if you go to the servants' quarters.
Loser.
Actually, I do.
How?
'Cause
Not
I'm
when
not
you're
gonna be
sleeping.
asleep. I'm not gonna be asleep. I'm just pretty much laying down.
Yes, this does not change what I said.
I have a ring.
You do. Does it tell you my position?
It tells you. It tells me where you
Yeah.
are.
It would not tell you if she's in the servants' quarters.
Because I would know.
Yeah, you've never been here before.
But still.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah. I will wander the corridors looking for something interesting to see.
And as you would wonder, you would find Philip and Leilani. Are you leaving the castle, Philip?
Well, yes, we are on our
Okay.
way.
Oh,
Yes.
certainly.
You would find them on their way to out.
Ah, the servant to Jorin, was it?
What is the correct title for you, Connor?
Marquis.
Marquis.
Like, is it a sire thing or?
Oh,
You can say Lord if you want to.
My
as well.
He's not a lord,
my
though.
well no. Here's the thing. My lord is technically for any royal that is not the king. The king is your highness
Fair enough. Fair
or
enough.
your majesty.
my Marquis.
Also princes, like anything that's not like direct royalty.
Yeah,
Yes.
which
So
he is not.
he is not direct royalty.
Eh,
No,
he's
the
not direct.
son, cousin of the
He's
king.
the son of a lord.
So Marquis or
Ah.
Majesty.
The only thing you would not say is your majesty or your highness.
Hello, Lord Dunred. A pleasure meeting you here.
Lord, what now?
Durand. It's pronounced Durand, not
Durand.
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 Durandon.
I can't
Yeah.
read. What are you thinking? I can do?
Gaimenheim.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, the servant of Jorin. What was the last name? I can't remember it.
Urzaxu.
Or is
No.
It would be. It would be
Urzaxu.
Urzaxu.
Urzax.
What was it? Or
It would be Urzaxu.
Ah, yes.
I didn't
Very
expect.
non-French.
I didn't expect to meet someone so closely tied to the king on the way in here.
Well, consider my ties with him remarkably short, as I see very little of him and have, well, very little contact with him. Regardless, I appreciate the recognition nonetheless. Say, where is your master?
He has retired to his chambers for a while. Says
I
he needs a
see.
bit of rest.
That is fair. The journey here was long and arduous. Anyways, well, me and my servant here, Leilani, we are just about the city for a little bit until the ceremony actually begins. So, if you haven't seen
What
his,
for?
just to get a feel for things, see the sights, perhaps engage in some local activities. I don't know. I'm honestly just quite excited to see what really happens here. But if your lord happens to wake up anytime soon, I am assuming he is sleeping. Tell him that that is what I am up to, and should he wish to join me, he can probably find me somewhere in the city.
I'll refer what you said to.
Yeah, and with that, Philip will intentionally give a curt nod to Devassery, and then turn on his heel.
I'm gonna open my mouth as though I'm going to say one thing, and then instead just say Mr. Rossery, and then give a little curtsy and follow after Philip.
Like, was
I
the mouth
give you a
opening?
smile back.
Was it long enough to notice?
Probably, if you were paying attention.
Roll perception.
She would be.
Oh, that's a 23 now.
Yes.
An 18.
You would have noticed.
I won't say anything about it anyway.
Yeah, so we continue into the city to the marketplace.
Okay.
My gaze will follow after them for a while. And I
Okay.
will resume my searching of the castle to find intricacies.
And I will get to you in a moment.
Ah, yes. A candelabra. A sconce.
Yes, servants. Hello.
Tablecloth.
Hello, wall.
Look,
Ah,
Hello,
yes.
Hole.
The floor here seems to be made out of floor.
How about that?
It does seem to be made out of floor.
Okay, I will get to you
Nice.
in a moment. Nate, Philip, and Leilani. You head into the marketplace where there are dozens and dozens of non-royals milling about. A couple people who look a little more royal than the average folk. and some guards.
I smile pleasantly to them and occasionally will wave.
A couple of them are confused as you do this and awkwardly wave back.
My smile persists.
What would you like to do?
Right. So Philip is going to be looking for particularly and intentionally like slightly shifty, shady, like vendors or street performers. Just like or like pick up in a game of like dice or something.
Okay.
Is
You'd
this
see.
common? Do you engage in this kind of activity?
Regularly.
No, I do not. Compared to my what my standard repertoire of social engagement is, this is extremely out of the ordinary.
I figured.
So, roll perception.
9.
Nice.
There seems to be a street magician.
Ah, yes, I will watch.
You go over and you see the street magician is a tiefling man. His horns are kind of sticking up straight out of his head,
Right.
slightly crooked. And he's just making things float, making lights appear in his hands. People are oohing and eyeing as he does this.
As he's doing this, Philip will kind of take a step forward, projecting a little bit over. Oh, come on, we've all seen magic before. Show me a magic trick, magician.
The magician looks at you. What sort of magic would you like to see?
Magic.
As I said.
All things can be a trick.
Ah, yes, but you know what I mean. Come on, like a card trick or I don't know, some sleight of hand,
So,
standard stuff.
not real magic.
Hmm.
I can cast
Maybe.
real magic.
Well, it all depends on what you define as magic, but the point stands.
I only
Show
define
me a card
fireball as magic.
Welcome to Crowd D&D.
Aaron, stop.
Fireball. Oh gosh. Sorry about
Which
that.
would you rather prefer? Some sleight of hand or a card trick? Or maybe both? Connor.
Oh my
How
gosh.
about a proper challenge for you? Combine 2 tricks into 1.
Like I just said. A sleight of hand
Yes.
and a card trick? Very well.
Well,
He pulls out, he basically flicks his hand and a stack of cards appears. He spreads them out. Pick a card.
Any card.
what card was it?
What card? Let's go
7 of
with
spades.
Sure. I mean, I was gonna go with something else, but okay. That works. He shuffles the deck. And as he's shuffling the deck, he seems to, because he's like dancing around as he's doing it, he seems to trip and all the cards fall over.
Oh. I was hoping for something a little more spectacular.
And he like starts picking up the cards and he's like, wait a minute. It
Bad.
appears I'm missing one. He
Oh.
reaches over behind your ear and pulls out your card.
Ooh, well played, bud.
All right. Fair enough.
Have I impressed you, my lord?
Yes, you have. And here, for your troubles, I'll give him a gold piece.
And he bows. It's like a extremely over exaggerated bow.
Exaggerated.
Yes.
Yeah, an exaggerated.
Yeah, I'll turn to the small crowd. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a true magician. Please give him your utmost respect.
I thank you, Philip Durand.
Yes. You're quite welcome. Now, You wouldn't happen to know where I could find a game of dice, do you?
I would go to ye old king.
Ye old.
Ye old king.
He points at a tavern with a sign that says ye old king.
Ah, yes. I will be doing that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So, yeah, Philip will back away and then beckon for Leilani to follow. He probably doesn't even have to do that, but
Nope.
yeah.
But he does anyway.
As you head
It's just
into
instinctual.
the tavern. Nate,
Hmm.
as you are, I would like you to roll perception as you are wandering around this castle.
19.
You find, as you're wandering, you find a odd painting. It doesn't really depict anything meaningful. It just seems to depict a young man. You don't recognize who it is, but you do notice that the painting itself is blocking a trap door.
I make a mental note of what it is.
Okay. And you begin wandering again, where you end up running into, not literally, the butler again. Hello.
Hello. Miss. Hello, sir.
What might you be doing?
Uh, I was.
Feasting.
I was what?
Feasting.
Yes.
Feasting
I
on
was
the
searching around.
of the holes.
I was told to go find the servants' quarters, yet I did not know where those were.
Allow me to escort you there.
Why, thank you.
And the butler leads you to the servants' quarters, which is deeper down into the castle. There aren't many servants there right now, as it's the middle of the day.
Hmm.
Would you like
Hmm.
some tea?
If you would dine yourself to give some to me, that would be wonderful.
And he hands you a cup of tea, as he has one already made.
I will accept it graciously. For tea is a
I
wonderful.
would recommend not wandering around too much. The king is quite protective over his belongings and the areas we are not allowed into.
It would be best if I were to know where those areas were. I do not want to go in there
If you
unwanted.
wish to stay in the servants' quarters, then I would not need to tell you.
One's wishes can rarely ever be defined by another's commands.
Well, do not enter the northeastern room. It will have a sign on the door.
I thank you for your knowledge.
Well, perhaps we see each other again. And he leaves. What do you do?
I hope on good terms.
As she goes to the northeastern room.
I, in fact, am going to stay away from that room.
Smart.
Yes. I would like to. Yeah, I would like to take to the halls again to. Well, actually, are there servant corridors?
Yes.
I would like to try to, in the time that I have, I think like the 10 minutes I have left, figure out as many of those as I can.
Okay. I would say roll perception, and then you will just know. They are
20.
Yeah.
Not natural.
The servants' corridors are slightly in the wall. You can actually assume that the trapdoor.
I'll be right back.
Okay. that the
Was to one of
trapdoor
them.
was to one of the serpent's corridors.
Still remains to be seen. And at the end of my 15 minutes, I shall promptly go to arouse my master.
As Jaren, as you were just laying on your bed for those 15 minutes, there's a knock on the door.
I mean,
As it opens, and you see the vestry.
is it time?
I see you're awake. Yes,
Time?
your nap time has passed.
Clean yourself off.
I
I
looking
mean,
as
get
radiant as
tidy.
ever.
Look tidy. We're going to meet a king.
Your
Go get my
sister
sister.
looks out from behind the corner of the door and goes, "Brother, I'm going out into the city."
But it's time for the party.
No, it's not.
sister.
We have 45 minutes.
I thought we had 15.
No.
Oh, we had an hour.
Oh, alrighty then.
I'm going into the town. Have fun.
You best keep her out of trouble.
Are you telling me to follow her?
I decided to nap for
Yes.
15 minutes.
We will follow her.
As you wish.
You follow her as you go into the town, where you see the same display that I described earlier.
Okay.
Except for there's a larger crowd around the street magician.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Great tunnel.
Simple tricks. Nothing special.
Yet quite adored by the people who want entertainment.
Anything can entertain the lowly minded.
Can you roll perception?
Okay. Perception?
Yes.
20, not natural.
You see off in the corner where no one seems to be walking over is a small street vendor. This human-looking
Oh, my
man,
sister is.
yes, is sitting in his booth. He has an eye patch on. Your sister is talking to him, but he does not seem to
Oh.
have a care about what she is saying.
No.
And she's getting more and more irritated as she talks.
Uh-huh.
As he's
yeah.
basically like looking past her, like, can I
Can I help you, ma'am?
I have a customer. Yeah, that's cool and all, but like, it just goes on for like however long until you stop.
Uh-huh.
Until you stop it.
Yes, I will go over at some point. Maybe about 5 minutes later,
Mm-hmm.
as I'm just watching, and then come over.
And then
Duchess
Jaron
is
got bit by a
actually-
snake. I'm sorry, what?
Must,
Yes?
we must be going.
Must we?
We don't want to keep annoying this poor man.
And the man looks at you with his one eye. It's just pleading.
Pleading, get her away.
Please, take her away.
Please. Get her out of here.
Please save me from this torment.
Yes. Yes,
We all
I've made
know
that
pain,
face many a time.
Patrick, the reason for it?
The reason for what? Sorry, what did you say?
Never mind.
Let us be going away from this place.
But I want to play.
Then play somewhere else.
Fine. She
It's not
hops over to the
here.
tavern.
And I follow her over.
How
Philip.
very unladylike.
You go into the tavern.
Yes.
What's his name again?
Ye old king.
No, not the lady.
The old
Oh,
King Cole
what would
was
you-
a
I'm
merry
sorry, what was that?
old soul.
What was Jaren's sister's name?
Kiana.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to need that in a minute. Anyway, continue.
Philip, you have entered the tavern. You see a couple. There's a card game going on. There's a couple dice games. Most people in here do not seem to be there for the tavern.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Well, Philip will.
And you do see this bartender just sitting there, like washing a
Philip
cup.
will shoulder off his overcoat and hang it on one of the mini coat racks.
Mm-hmm.
And he will pull up a chair to the most crowded dice table.
Okay. And I would like you to roll perception.
7. That is my minimum roll.
Well, it would be hard not for you to notice, but for you not to notice. But the person who seems to have the most coin in front of them is very much richer than the rest of the people here. He looks like a royal. There's this older man with graying hair, a couple
Jewish
scars
religion
across his
must be
chin, as there are 4 empty mugs next to him. And as he takes a bunch of coin in, next! Who's next?
Count me in.
Another challenger.
Indeed.
Amazing. Great. What do you
Raymond
bet?
is gonna be very like confused as like, wait, Philip, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, Philip.
Yes, your next challenger will be Marquis Philip Durand.
Oh. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Durand.
And you, who might you be?
I am Lord Mortimer.
Another lord.
Yes.
From where do you hail, Mortimer?
Farnsworth. In Thessalon.
Farnsworth. Yes. I recall now.
I
Well,
know your father.
I'm not surprised by that. Now, enough talk.
Let's fight.
Let's get down to the game.
I will offer up a quick prayer to Freya. Good luck.
Okay. It is a simple game of chance, which chance is on my side.
It would seem like it. Seeing as you are a lord and these people are not.
Yes, that is what I meant as he looks at the pile of coins in front of him.
Indeed. It's what I meant. Ah,
It is a
Explain
simple
the
roll
rules
of the
to me.
dice. Whoever rolls higher, well, actually, you bet higher or low.
I'm imagining this game to be the game from Dead Man's Chess from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's a lovely game to play.
I'm sorry, I would need you to remind me what that game is.
Liar's
I-
dice.
Yeah.
I don't know what
That
Where
that
they
doesn't
all-
is.
explain anything. I hope you understand that.
It's a bluffing game where you try to guess the amount of dice on the table and screw everyone else on the table while you do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Regardless, we don't have to actually know the rules of the game. I imagine we're just rolling.
It
first
is a simple game.
because we have dice.
So I would like you to roll a d6.
This game.
I'm gonna do a
Alrighty.
little on this one.
All right. So what does that do?
Advantage.
Okay.
Huh?
Before? Okay. Sorry, I didn't tell you to roll. I didn't mean to tell you to roll. I will
Okay.
roll. It's basically just higher or lower.
You guess.
Alrighty.
Are you guessing what he rolls?
No, yeah. You
No,
say-
Basically, there are 2 rolls. Mortimer will roll, Philip will roll, and they have to guess what the other one's is, but they cannot look at each other's dice.
I'm assuming higher or lower means higher or lower than 10 or whatever.
6.
Higher or
Is
lower
the
is
dice
if
roll.
Mortimer's dice is higher than yours,
Oh.
then you would say higher.
Okay.
If Mortimer thinks your
Okay.
dice is higher than his, he will say higher.
Can I say
Alright.
lower if I think it's lower than mine?
Yes, but
Okay.
you know what you rolled. You do not know what he rolled.
Right. Yeah.
You basically
okay,
roll
gotcha.
it. There would be a place in your chair. You would roll it in the chair or in a cup, so that no one can see. So yes, you roll, and I will roll.
Question: is it just Philip who's guessing higher or lower, or is the Lord also guessing?
Mortimer is also guessing. You have, if both of you win, it is a tie. You have to roll again.
Okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and give you a bit of luck for this roll, which means you can roll twice. And in this case, since the better result is high or low, take the better result.
Whichever one is
Alrighty.
closer.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, did you roll, Connor?
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't yet. All right.
And Mortimer sits there and take a guess.
Higher.
Higher. What did you roll? He got 3.
Oh, wait, did you roll a 1?
He rolled 2.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, you're so lucky.
He passes you 10 gold coins.
So
It's-
how long does this continue for?
Until one of us runs out of money.
Well, I didn't know that was the agreement once I sat down.
Well,
You'll probably decide to stop.
would you like to stop now?
Well, if I stop now, I could say that I won and never lost.
But if you stop now, if you pay attention to the gold on the table, I would win.
Maybe. If I see it, we're both still lords, so
In the end,
Wait,
this is
we-
all for fun.
yes. I agree. So let's say 2 more rounds. Best 2 of 3.
Of course. Roll again.
Yes, and you
Alright.
have a bit of luck again this time.
Okay.
Lower.
Lower.
What'd you get?
6.
5.
Yes.
You get another. You
I
get
will-
10 more gold coins.
Oh,
Well, that's best 2 of 3.
One more roll. Just one more.
Oh.
Higher.
What's the? Oh, one more roll. I thought he said one
Yeah.
more rule, and I was like,
No, he said one more roll.
watch him get in that one.
hmm.
All right, I'll give you a bit of luck again on this one.
Hold on, just a minute.
Okay.
Oh. You're not trying to get out now, are you?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you trying
Maybe
to
I
take the
am.
coward's way out?
The coward, if the coward walks away with more money than what he had, then perhaps. But if you insist, higher.
Higher. What'd you get? Oh my god, she got it too.
Oh my god.
I
What
think
did
your
you
luck
get?
is working, Ryan.
Yeah. I haven't even used the luck once. I rolled a 2, a 6, and a 1.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's good to know.
I'm enjoying this game and I just made it up.
Yeah.
It took me 10 seconds.
It's an enjoyable game to play.
It's just higher or low. It's a twist on
Yeah.
higher or lower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will take my winnings.
Which
I will
is
stand up
30
and-
gold.
Yeah, I'll take my winnings, divide it equally among like 3 random people, and be like, well, since it seemed to be my lucky day, perhaps it might be any of yours lucky day. So bring down this champion. And with that, Philip will yeah, he'll grab a drink and then leave.
Okay. Now, Jaron, Kiana, and Kiana, and Dova, sorry, you would have entered the tavern as Philip is playing this game.
So we would see him playing the game.
Yes.
All right. Don't get into any trouble, please.
I won't. Oh, Philip!
Ah, Lady Kiana.
Lady Koala.
Lady Koala.
Yes, I do know the way.
It appears luck
Koala
is on your
delicious.
side.
Yes. For perhaps one too many reasons, and I would like to explain. But yes, as it stands, I seem to have been rather fortunate tonight. What brings you to the Yield King?
I was bored. I wanted to have a little bit of fun.
On that, we can certainly agree.
And Jaren is constant.
Okay.
Jaren, look who
Yeah.
I found.
Ah, Lord Joran.
We are
So,
lords.
no, it is just the title.
It's a
that's-
formality. Don't be so serious.
Yes.
Someone has to be.
Well, as it stands, Marquis, Baron, whatever you want to call yourself. I understand why your sister would want to come, but what brings you here?
Making so she doesn't get into any trouble.
Oh, I see.
She has a tendency
then.
of doing that. And she does have a very important meeting, effectively.
Oh,
I can't say anymore.
I'm
And
meeting with
neither
the
should
king.
you. Neither should you.
As she not so quietly whispers it over to Philip. I have a meeting with the king.
Philip will kind of smile, and he won't break eye contact with Joran, but he'll be like, "I understand the matter of secrecy, but," and he will take a sip of his drink. Then he will hand it to Joran, not, and I intend to do it fast enough to where Joran doesn't have time to process whether he wants it or not, and then, yeah, he'll hand it. Well, I think my work here is done, and he will walk out.
Quite a curious one.
Lady Kiana seemed to be uh, enjoying that conversation, don't you think?
Yes, it seems that she enjoys everything just a bit too much.
No. How could she not enjoy being in the presence of a person like you?
Ah, I appreciate your words, Elani, but I'm sure you must be curious as to what I'm doing.
Oh, more than a little.
See, this is all intentional. As the way I see it, one of the facts that my father brought up to me in our spout yesterday is that the people may not perceive me to be as likable as I think them to be. So, simultaneously associating myself with the common folk will, uh, I believe, decrease my father's reputation as having a well-rounded and well-kept son, uh, and it will simultaneously bolster my own reputation amongst the people.
So all of this, she says, pointing at the street magician and the bar and stuff, is a little a rebellious spite.
Oh,
Mood.
it's wonderfully petty, don't you think?
Yes, I would define it as such. Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
wonderfully petty.
Yes.
That's a word for it.
That's, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
worth mentioning though that I did enjoy that very much, and uh, needless to say, I could honestly find myself doing this much more often. Perhaps I do need to associate more with the common folk anyway.
well then, where is it we intend to go next? The establishment seemed to be more than reasonable for accomplishing what you wanted, unless you think you can find a better place.
I'm not certain. I suppose we could just walk around and wait until we find something, or something finds us.
That sounds lovely.
So yeah, what time of day is it, by the way? Midday, you said?
Midday.
Okay.
Roughly.
It's day.
It is
It's
day.
light outside.
Sometimes.
The sun is in fact up.
Time set 0.
Yes.
How did it become light?
Yes.
Is God punishing us?
Ah,
I do suppose that Miss Kiana will be quite sad to have your presence leave the bar.
Oh, yes. It seems that she is saddened by a great deal of things, and most notably her brother, who seems to be, as she put it, so serious. A very
Well,
interesting pairing, those two.
why so serious?
Skinny glamorous. He does seem to be a bit of a buzzkill.
Ah, well, in the 2 minutes that we've interacted with him, then I would agree with you. However, 2 minutes is very, very little time to let somebody's true colors show. So perhaps he is quite the riot when he's got a little bit of drink in him, but
I suppose you're right.
who's to say?
Yeah, so I suppose we continue walking around the town.
You're just walking around the town? Okay. I would like both of
Alright.
you to roll perception.
22. There we go.
Yes, same.
Oh, same?
Yeah.
You would see off watching the crowd is this hooded figure. And you can't really see the face, they're off in the shadows, but they're just standing there, arms crossed, watching the town.
You're like outside of the town?
He's a little outside of the town, in the shade of some
Yeah.
trees.
I'm going to stop right where I am and kind of, make it obvious for Leilani to do so as well. And I'm
Yes.
going to lean over. Let's just watch that person until they notice us watching.
I kind of give a shrug and
After a couple seconds, their hood turns and looks directly at you.
Good.
And they turn
They've
and
seen
walk
us.
away.
if you're looking to sully your reputation, following that man may be the perfect way to do it.
I agree. So yeah, Philip will again be taking his large strides, fall on this person.
And you
Speed
follow
walking
this
up the hill.
person as they walk down the shore, past some trees, until they walk into a small crowd of trees, and seem to disappear from view.
Can we roll another perception
You
or
can try.
survival? 9.
29.
Ah,
Defender
I happen
wins.
to be a very glorious lady.
You do not see
you
her.
what now?
That's a shame.
But you do walk into the trees, and you just seem to have vanished.
Well, that's a shame.
It's so disappointing. Well, I suppose it will do no good to dally here any longer, so I guess
Why are you
we'll pass
following
through.
me?
Well, because we watched
As you turn
and
around,
Philip
he's standing
instantly
behind you.
responds.
Hello.
But you don't see his face. There's a mask, or basically a
Yeah.
cloth mask covering his face.
Yeah.
Everybody
Philip
needs
respond.
masks, then.
Yeah, Philip respond instantly. Well, because you were watching everybody else.
But why
put
are
it
you
simply-
following me?
What if
Well?
simply we were interested?
Yes, needless to say, you look very interesting.
And that gives you permission?
No, but nobody has to give me permission anyway.
What do you want from me?
I was We simply wish to follow you and see what happens. Desire nothing from you.
Then why follow me?
To see what it led to. Again, as I said, who knows? You could have been a robber, and perhaps we would have come to the rescue, or you could have been an anonymous vigilante here to help out the poor. I don't know. Honestly, I was just hoping for something a little more intriguing than a man who disappears into the woods.
I'm gonna cast the cantrip Enhanced Diplomacy just to give him a +2 on diplomacy checks because why
Okay, yeah, I'll roll. I'll
I
score.
mean, what are you rolling to do?
Just convince him that there are no
Okay. What do you,
nefarious or
what'd you get?
malicious. 27.
Okay. Mm, okay. Fine. Stop following me.
We will, but I do have a couple of questions. Why were you watching everybody?
It's what I do.
Seriously,
I watch people. It's
you
what I
watch
do for
people.
fun.
I'm the watcher.
Well, that does sound like quite a lot of fun. What are the things that you tend to see?
Lots of things. I see street magicians scamming people for money.
Indeed.
I see a bunch of thieves walking around, snatching people's coin purses.
Surely you're not talking about royalty, are you?
No,
Very
they're the
well.
ones being stolen from.
That's one way of looking at it.
Well, is there a purpose to this watching, or do you just enjoy it?
There might be a purpose, but I don't want to tell you.
Oh, that's no fun. Come on.
Well, you could say I'm no fun.
I bet you could be all sorts of fun.
So then, you watch people because you like to do it, and there may or may not be another purpose of which you won't tell us. So, is there any way that you would tell us?
No,
Money?
I don't need money.
Yeah.
I can get things without money.
Fair enough. I respect that. Do you work for somebody?
Maybe. What's it to
Who do
you?
you work? I'm just, as I said, I'm just interested. Who do you work for?
Who said I was gonna tell you?
Nobody. I'm just asking. Yes, yes.
Um,
I want to roll sense motive on this dude.
Okay.
6.
He's not telling you anything.
Secret.
I'm gonna
Secret.
turn around and just like, as though I had heard a sound or something. It's pretty conspicuous, but yes, I am turning around, and then I'm going to cast message to speak to Philip where he can't see my lips moving because
Right.
something tells me this man will just read my lips. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So once he can no longer see me speaking, I'm going to say to Philip, you know, I could convince this man to be friendly to us for a while, so we may be able to or get some more information.
And Philip will he'll like take in a sharp breath, and then feign the need to cough,
Hmm. Covering his mouth.
so he
and
so he can reply.
Do the fake sneeze maneuver.
Can you roll sleight of hand?
Yes.
Phew.
16.
Okay.
Honestly, Connor doesn't have to roll sleight of hand to roll. It's just
You're not being conspicuous about it, is what you're saying.
I see. I guess I would have preferred a bluff roll, but
Ah.
anywho,
So, do you respond?
yes. Yeah, Philip will respond. As much as I would like to get the information out of this man, I don't want to necessarily do it against his will. He's not made any outright actions, and in fact, we are the ones who pursued him. So we're not in really any.
It won't harm him in any way.
It's perhaps a bit questionable. So I think it's best to leave it for right now. If we see him again, perhaps.
Okay, then I turn back around very conspicuously.
You good?
Sorry, something. Yeah, I breathe in something. Perhaps.
Is there anything else?
But no, I don't think so.
Goodbye.
Oh. Bye then,
I didn't catch your name. What is it?
Can you roll diplomacy?
Bob.
Yes, I will.
I will assist Leilani here.
Okay.
Ooh. 20. No, that's a 30.
Nice. Yes, please. We would love to hear it. That's my assist.
Okay. Hake.
Hake,
Yeah,
like as in rake, but as in hake.
sure.
Hake with an H.
Well,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was Connor
lovely to
asking.
meet you, Hank. I hope to see you in the future, and thank you for watching.
You're welcome. And he turns around and leaves.
What an interesting man.
Indeed, I'm very intrigued to know as to why he was watching, but need not worry about that right now. Let's move
It's
on.
about time to head back to the keep.
Indeed.
Is there, unless there's anything else anyone would like to do, we're going to skip ahead
To the party.
to the party.
I'm gonna grab a snack. I'll be able to hear everything. So.
And it's about 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30, around this time. And you both of your groups may or may not actually enter at the same time, but depending on when you both decide to arrive.
I like to arrive 5 minutes before the party starts.
Okay.
I'm arriving 15 minutes after it starts.
Fashionably late, as you said you always were.
That is not fashionably. It's just late.
No, that is definitely fashionably late.
As Philip
Yeah.
and Leilani
I am dressed now for the
Yes.
occasion.
enter the ballroom, where you see dozens and dozens of servants and royals alike going around. Some are dancing already as there is music playing, but the king is nowhere to be seen.
Leilani is also dressed in a slightly fancier black dress, although not noble by any means, just a sleek black dress.
And John, are you dressed in the same clothes or have you changed?
I've changed into a little bit more extravagant, with similar to Philip's clothes, green accents, but the same black clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Not carrying a sword now.
Yeah.
No.
As you enter, you would immediately notice Kiana just like dancing around the ballroom.
In a even
Odd.
more extravagant dress.
No, she's wearing the exact same dress because it was
Same
also
dress.
extremely extravagant already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. I am holding a beverage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what beverages they have. A
A
beverage.
beverage.
Alex,
That's my favorite drink.
It just can't be water.
Yes.
look, it's Lord Kiana. Or lady? It'd be lady.
Lord Kiana.
And she's literally
I'm
just dancing around the entire ballroom by herself.
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe you should ask her to dance. So she looks a little less out of place.
Oh, I don't know. She seems to be doing just fine on her own.
But your
And
dancing is exquisite.
so, I would agree. But as of right now, perhaps she can wait. I'm going to go intermingle with the other nobles and the other royals. Feel free to mill about, get some drinks, refreshments, whatever it is. Um, yes, I'll be off.
Yeah, I go ahead and mill about, I suppose.
And Jarn,
Something close to the
where
edge.
are you keeping Devassery nearby, or is she also allowed to mill about?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I imagine that could be very bad
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, no, Philip, Philip will do, like princely marquee things. He'll walk around to different social circles, introduce himself, share some laughs, move on,
Mm-hmm.
make a good
I will
impression on
say,
everybody.
Liliani, well, she is okay at doing the social thing a little. Um, she does occasionally go and like bring Philip a drink or refreshments or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yes.
It is kind of difficult for her to just leave him on his own while he's at this party.
Yeah.
She does an okay job of staying away, but
Yeah.
she maybe comes back a little more often than she definitely
Should.
needs to.
Yeah, Patrick, I don't know if this matters, but I rolled diplomacy, got 2 14s and a non-natural 20 just for
Yeah, to see how well these royals like you, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yes, and
You're doing a pretty good job.
also to remind you, since you never used that bit of luck, you still do have that.
yes, good.
And Jarn, are you intermingling with royals, or are you just off by yourself?
I'm not off by myself, but I
Wallflower.
pretty much just buy the beverages. Just
So you're off by yourself.
are there not people buy the beverages?
Yes, but are you mingling with them, or are you just standing by
Only-
the beverages?
People come to the refreshment table and then leave. People do
I'd
not
like to
stay
try
at
to
it.
find Lord Durand.
Okay.
Fear
I would
no.
like you to roll
Or
perception.
get out.
And Connor.
14.
Okay, I'll get
Yes.
to that in a second. Philip, you go around, you find Lord Mortimer. You walk over to him and he's off by himself with another royal who has like shorter black hair. He seems to be wearing this other royal he's talking to seems to be wearing like armor under his clothes. You can very clearly see them.
His name is Revan.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Revan would just wear armor. It would not
Yeah.
be anything. It would just be the armor.
And you
The
get
only-
over to
the only
there,
issue-
and Mortimer's like at the end of a joke, and he's like, and then that's when I said, the sheep is in the barn.
you're looking
He
for
starts
this?
laughing so hard. The guy talking to is just standing there like, yeah, so funny.
Yeah.
And then I dropped the tank at the general's feet and I said, boom, you're looking for this?
Yeah. Philip will approach, also laughing a good hearty laugh and, clasping the shoulder of Mortimer.
Philip.
Lord Mortimer. Fancy seeing you here.
Well, we were both invited.
Indeed. In fact, I thought your scene was more of the tavern area, but seems I was wrong.
This is why I'm here.
Indeed. So, who is this we're talking to?
This is Lord Octavian.
Ah, Lord Octavian. Philip
Octavian,
Durand,
Octavian.
Marquis of Eastbourne.
Pleasure.
So, where do you hail from, Octavian?
Saxondale.
Ah, I haven't heard much from there, but what I've heard is I actually know nothing about this situation in Saxondale, so I was gonna say things sound good there, but then I was gonna be like, what if like the whole place is just in political turmoil?
Yeah.
That is a misstep that Philip would not make.
His house is simply on fire as we speak.
There is a rebellion.
He doesn't even know that.
No, why do you think he's here?
Yeah.
Pleasure.
His wife was stabbed yesterday.
Indeed. How are things in your homeland?
They're doing all right. I left my wife in charge. She's good at what she does.
Indeed. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Octavian, and it was good to see you again, Mortimer. But unfortunately, I must be on my way on to the next group. So I take my leave.
And you see your father holding a beverage. He's at this point he's standing off by himself, looking at around the castle. As you see Jaren walk over to him.
Philip will also
Hello.
approach.
Lord Duran. Jaren Urzexu. Baron Urzexu.
Ah,
Pleasure to meet you.
Urzexu. I know your
Yes.
father.
Many do.
He is, no offense intended, not a very pleasant person.
Tactful.
I've heard.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I see.
No, it just does not fall.
I've met your son, Philip.
Speak of the
Yes, and
devils.
at this point,
Hello.
Lord Firendell, it's been a while, hasn't it? How are you?
It has, hasn't it, Philip?
Oh, wait, you're my father. Sorry. My mistake. So I see you've met
You
our
must
mutual
not be
friend
very
now.
bright. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, I
Also,
see I'm not the only one who can jest, it seems. But I see you have met our mutual friend now, Father Jaren Ozexu.
Oh, are we friends now?
I was unaware of this.
Well, better friends than not. That's what I say. So, well, I'm sure you two will have a lovely conversation and get it on just fine. You seem to resonate on multiple levels. So, I'll leave you two to your thing.
Ah! The king himself. And he leaves Jaren and walks over to where you see the king, who also I will describe your father for the rest of him. He looks almost exactly like Philip, but he has his hair is a little longer and a little more styled. He has a goatee. And you look over to the king where he is very. His face is what you would expect from a king, very royal. He has this graying brown hair, his very trimmed beard, he has a crown, and he is walking over with a large scepter, using it as a cane, walking over to Firendell. As Firendell walks away.
I'm gonna go get my sister.
Nate, you're with him, right?
Yes, I am with him.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure that was correct.
I am simply walking around with.
Pretty much.
So Firendell went to
The king.
meet the king, right?
Yes.
Well, Philip will hesitate for a moment, kind of cocking his head. and then follow to do the same.
Okay. And Jarn, you find your sister off dancing alone. Well, trying to dance alone, as there are
Mm.
about three
guys.
royals trying to dance with her, who she is completely ignoring.
Mm-hmm.
Bold strategy.
Hello, Jarn. Are you having fun?
Yes.
I'm imagining her
It's
like
quite cute.
aggressively pop dancing to like cellos.
Pop cello. What would confuse me more there is why the other three nobles are trying to dance with her.
Because she is Ty Lee.
You know, I wish I could disagree.
I do not.
I
You
see
know,
you've met some friends.
oh, them? I don't know them.
You don't know many people. The king is this way.
Oh, and she immediately walks away from them.
They're like,
Seems to start vocalizing in her direction.
Oh, they start singing a barbershop quartet. And
With their people.
hello,
hello.
hello.
So yes, Philip,
Oh,
you
no.
walk over to the king, and the king and your father hug for a second.
As brothers do.
They're not brothers.
For a second, I thought you were talking about Aaron's father, and I'm just like, why?
Not even here.
Because you know Aaron's father.
He's not even here.
I was confused on both fronts.
Yes, your Philip's father and the king hug, and the king looks at your father and goes, "It was a good chat earlier today. Good talk. Is this the son I've heard so much about?" Yes. This is my son, Philip.
Yeah, Your Majesty, it is wonderful to finally meet you.
Good to finally meet you too, Philip. If you
Indeed.
do not know, for formal introductions, I am King Galago, though you know that.
Yes. Yes, so how are things? How do you find your rule as king?
I would like to think I do a good job.
It seems that things are running quite well. I can see that. Um, and what's this? Pardon if I'm a little too forward, but what's this matter of a quest I keep hearing of? Hmm?
And the king looks at your father and says, you told him? Of course I told him. He has a right to know. Yes, I do, in fact, send people on quests on occasion. Though
Right.
I have not yet decided whether I will be sending anyone today.
I see.
But that can be discussed later. Right, now
Indeed.
we party.
I couldn't agree more.
And Jaren and Kiana and the Vessery walk over to the three of you.
At the same time that Philip is walking away to party.
Ironic, isn't it?
You seem to be always following in his footsteps.
And Firandel, seeing the three of you walk over, immediately seems I need something, and walks away.
My sock. It appears to be.
My sock is untied.
Yes.
Yes, I seem to have misplaced my sock.
Okay, yes. And the king looks over at you and
I
who might
bow.
you be?
I give a bow.
Kiana gives a little curtsy bow.
Baron Urzexu. This is my sister.
Ah,
Duchess
you
Urzexu.
are the representatives for Norwich.
Yes, my king.
We will have much to discuss.
Of course.
And Kiana puts out her hand. King looks at it for a couple seconds. I must go. And she's like,
Kiana.
That was wow.
what?
Your
And she's
wings
still
make-
holding out her hand as he has
your
walked
I
away.
know. If anybody's looking, you can see that if you look back, Philip is just standing there dumbfounded at Kiana's action. Just
Kiana,
Yes,
not some lowly prince.
it is customary.
Not for him.
not from the king.
He is king. Our
It appears I
king.
didn't make a good first impression.
Maybe you should do that if this is going to work out.
Maybe I should.
Please.
Oh, Philip!
Yes.
Yes, go meet your new boyfriend.
Ah, Lady Kiana.
She hops over to you.
Please tell
Oh,
me you
what
heard what
great
I said,
timing.
Patrick.
Yes, I heard.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Are you enjoying the ball?
I must say that I am.
Care to dance?
I would love to.
Can you roll to dance?
Uh, Roll profession noble.
Sure.
That's a good one.
18.
18. Well, you're better than her.
Oh, you're
Not rolling
leading.
perform?
Just means he's leading.
Oh gosh, I'll roll perform as well. 23.
Yeah, you are showing off to the
Perform
rest of
dances
the
fail.
nobles.
As I said before, you are an exquisite dancer.
Yes.
Yeah, you and her, because she got a nat 20 on perform.
Oh my.
You and her are showing off to the rest of the
You're leading.
nobles.
You're leading, but she's so much better at performing it.
And you
Yeah.
dance.
Well, it might be said that she is a klutz in a social situation. She knows how to show off.
Is this Dovasori?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Velocity? Patrick,
I'm
you're making
whispering
me
this
do-
to you.
You're just saying it like. At least it'll get the king's attention.
And everyone else in the rooms.
Right.
And
So-
you finish dancing, and Kiana's like, well, you sure know your way around a lady.
Sir,
Man,
sir, please back down.
man.
FBI open up. Yeah. Philip will kind of. Yes, I've had plenty of experience dancing. But at the moment, I must retire to the edge of the ballroom for various reasons, and Philip will back away very quickly.
And she waves and she goes over and starts dancing by herself again.
So yeah, at that moment that she came over was actually the moment that I was going to come back and fill up some drinks. But seeing as what was going on, I let that happen. So now afterwards, I would arrive with.
I'm going
And
to walk
Philip
over
is
to
off
Philip.
in the corner,
I'm
hiding.
going to walk over to
Yeah,
Philip.
Philip will gratefully take the drink and just
Chug.
and then just
Well, you two
I
seem
have-
well.
Get me some drink.
I have to say that it was an enjoyable dance, but
Of course, sir.
she is just remarkably forward. More forward than I am.
Well, that's quite impressive.
Indeed.
As Jaren walks over.
Oh,
It appears my sister is taking a liking to you.
I don't suppose you'd like to dance as well, would you?
No, not with you.
Ah, good. I need to take a small break.
Well, if you would like another refreshment, I'm more than happy to retrieve you another.
That would be greatly appreciated, Leilani.
Actually, D, please get us another drink.
D is getting drinks for the first place.
Remember? You
All
just
does
sent
it
her
anyway.
away.
Does it anyway.
So wait, Nate, you're off getting drinks?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So
Anyway,
yeah. Continue.
your father is quite an interesting man.
That's one way of putting it.
Right.
I would say rather uninteresting, but I suppose it
Perhaps
does
we have
depend on your
different
point of
views
view.
on what is interesting.
Indeed, it would seem we do.
Because I don't consider flashy interesting.
Well, neither we
Show
don't.
you
Neither.
flashy.
See, I don't necessarily consider flashy interesting either. It's rather whose attention you're trying to gain and for what reason. That's really what I find interesting. Of course, I can't help myself when I see a perfectly tailored suit. As
Like
my own is.
the one you're wearing now.
Indeed. I'm glad you've noticed.
Ah, yes. Personal tailor?
Yes, I can assure you of
Very
that much.
nice. Excellent stitching.
Indeed. Yes. So,
So, did you get your quest, dear Mark?
funny you should mention that. But as it turns out, the king does, certainly by his own words, offer quests here and there. Though he explained that today may or may not be the day for one.
Interesting. Perhaps you will get your
Perhaps I will get my quest.
You seem very excited.
Excited is a
Have you
neutral
been
word that I
waiting?
would. I was only told that they existed yesterday, so
I'll take
if
that
I'm
as a
being
yes.
completely honest with you, and I'll let you know it's a little secret, I think quests are something out of a fairy tale and utterly ridiculous. So
So you don't even believe you'll get one.
it's not a matter of believing them. I just think that the whole matter is
Preposterous.
hilarious. No, not preposterous, just hilarious.
Fair
You
enough.
hear a bell, like ding 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 ding, and you see a at the back of the ballroom stands the butler holding a bell. All representatives of the lords and cities of Thessaton, please come in.
Yes. As I walk over and grab my sister, literally
Mhm.
grab, pull her along.
Briefly before while they were discussing that matter, over at the drink table, I would have run into
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Yes,
would
you
have
would
run
have.
into the Vassary.
and I'm going to walk over and ask, what the hell are you doing here?
It is my. I'm doing a job. I'm doing a job.
A job? Since when did you have a job?
I believe I wrote to you.
I don't recall your job being becoming a servant of one of the nobles.
I think
Hmm.
I've realized something because neither of you told me about this.
When you should have. You should have told him.
One moment, I'll message it. You don't have to say it. I'll ask. Continue.
Now, I hardly see a problem with with not telling you everything about my life.
Well, certainly, but this is a very large step. I was still living at home.
I told you that I told you that I had things getting taken care of. That I was found a job that was that helped me get taken care of. Um, am I not wrong in saying that?
Excuse me. Well, we should get back. Um, our masters are waiting for us.
And I believe they would like their drinks.
Indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thirsty.
Thirst. Quenching.
Yes, Aaron is quite thirsty
Quenching
today.
it.
I need
literally am.
quenchy.
I'm
I need
so
quenchy
thirsty
cactus
right now.
juice.
Yeah.
It's
So,
the
yeah.
quenchiest.
And by the time I get back, probably about halfway over to getting back, the bell would have rung and would have caught up to you all as you were entering the room.
Yes. And the butler stops Leilani and Devassery. I apologize, but this is for the representatives only.
I see. Apologies.
I nod.
As the royals enter the room. And you go into this large meeting room. There's this giant table. Well, no, it wouldn't be a giant table. There would be the throne. There would be a bunch of chairs around this room. And Philip's father sits down in near the closest chair to the main throne as the king sits down.
Is there a spot for, other
Yes.
not Brits to sit? Okay. I will take the seat next to my father.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as everyone sits down, the doors close and the king gestures to the lot of you. I assume that all of you are wondering why this treaty had begun.
I'm not wondering at all. Philip just very, very interjectedly just says,
I'm imagining me and my sister are across the table.
is it
on
just
the other
me?
side.
Okay. Figured I said anything.
I would expect you speak when spoken to.
Something tells me
Is
you're
that
being ignored.
I will only speak when spoken to.
I wasn't.
wait, was Jarn talking to me?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Philip-
we all thought you were talking to your sister.
Yeah. Philip will lean over. I'm sorry, what was that? I think this Jarn has something to share with everybody here. He just said to
No,
me
I
very
don't want to
modestly-
share it with the class.
This is where you
Oh.
say that you were indeed quite curious about the treaty. And get the ball rolling again and away from this embarrassing moment.
Yes, I am quite intrigued about this treaty.
Excellent recovery.
Anyway,
Shall I continue?
Yes, my king.
I have summoned all of you here because I believe that something is coming. A war
West.
is coming. A storm is brewing. Can't all of you feel it?
no,
I can
simply
feel it
say
in my soul, in my bones, in the air around me.
I
Gonna
feel
have
it
a
in
bad-
the earth.
I feel it in my. Never.
A
Lord of the Rings opening
danger
monologue.
is going to threaten Thessaton. And if we do not join together, we will all perish. What say you? And Firandel looks around, looks up at the king. I am with you, my king.
I'm sorry again for interjecting this time with a legitimate question. Who are we gonna be fighting?
I do not know.
Didn't you hear? War.
Shut up, you're not there.
Right. Nope.
What
What was that roll for?
I didn't roll anything.
Oh, you just said nope.
I just said, oh, okay.
Okay, is my favorite thing to say.
Anything else?
Fireball.
You can see that Philip was slightly confused by that answer, and he's just like, "No, I don't think so." Well, I'm directly aligned with my father, so whatever he says,
Is there anyone
that's my
else?
answer.
Will we discuss the term?
Our
Of
treaty
this treaty?
amongst all of Thessaton and the island of Kamlisle. We are all under one we would all be under one banner. The kingdom of Thessaton.
If we can discuss this, Norwich is with you. If we can discuss this further.
And the other lords say similar things. And that's when you hear it. Out in the ballroom. Leilani and Devassery.
Mhm.
Where are you?
Standing very close to where they're going to leave.
Devassery?
As they're finishing up,
No.
No.
I merely asked where you are.
yes, I didn't want to say so during the entire thing, but I was going to bring Alani with me into the servant quarters to listen into the discussion.
Something tells me we can't listen in to from there.
There
Oh, you mean
are
like,
there is
you mean like in
there
the
are
mall?
servant corridors that would have some openings that you could listen in.
Corridors, not
Not
quarters.
not
That
cor-
makes
not
maybe,
not corridors, just corridors, hallways.
yeah. If you attempt to take me into servant corridors, I would tell you that I should probably stay out here. However, if you want to know what's going on, I could send um uh, Seraph in to listen.
You could send what?
Seraph, my snake.
You have a snake?
He
Yes.
does.
This is the first time that Devassery is hearing about this, so
Oh no, you'd be familiar with my snake. It's a little snake that tries to teach me magic, and I tend to ignore it.
That sounds like a lot like Merlin.
Oh, I enjoy that snake.
It's a funny snake.
It convinced me to take a level in witch, but it hasn't convinced me to take another one. So
good enough. So,
anyway,
is that where you go, Devassery?
Yep.
I stay, but I will send Seraph.
I will go in there because I want to hear things myself and
Mm.
don't want to trust a snake to tell me what's happening.
But he's such a good snake.
But
So
it's a snake.
Devassery is in the corridors as this is going on, and so Leilani,
Mm.
you hear something out in the hallways outside of the ballroom. I would like you to
What?
roll perception.
Okay.
Roll listen. Roll listen.
26.
They sounds like shouting,
Like aggressive shouting.
very much aggressive
No.
shouting. Well, one moment. I need to check something.
Thank you, Connor, for
Yeah,
this.
it's in a language you do not understand.
Good. I speak one language.
I had
You
to check.
speak common. You speak common.
And I don't
And
read
that's
very
it.
well.
And as you are hearing these shouting, the door to the other door to the ballroom bursts open as a guard flies through, as you see four orcs wearing wolf masks.
I will immediately cast message to Philip. And I will tell him that 4 orcs in wolf masks have barged into the ballroom and are causing chaos.
Yeah. Philip will immediately stand up and announce, "There are intruders in the ballroom."
I will proceed to hurry into the ballroom.
And that is where you see these 4 orcs. One of which is holding a guard by the neck. And immediately in the treaty room, the other lords stand up, Firendel stands up, and the king, like, he stands and he goes, "It's already started."
We will discuss this later. And
As
I'd like to
Firendel
message,
and the other lords
assume-
take the
or-
king down a separate hidden
I'd like to message Devassery. Pretty much, get me my sword.
As you
Effectively.
wish.
As you start to head out, I'm going to ask you where you're going.
It seems my employer requires his sword.
Would you bring Philip his as well? It's in, and I tell her the room and
Mhm.
the bag that it's in.
I will be back quickly. And I run off.
Now,
Yeah, is the guard wearing armor, specifically metal armor?
yes.
I would like to cast Burning Disarm on the orc.
No.
And what does that do?
Well, if he would like to, he can roll a reflex save to drop the
And
man.
does it have a distance of it?
I'm not sure. I think it's mid range.
Then that's easily within distance.
Something like 100 feet plus 5 per level or something.
Yeah, that's easily. And it did. What is the save?
Not incredibly high. It's Wisdom plus Spelling, which is 1. So it's 16.
Yeah,
And DC 17.
it dropped before it took damage.
Okay, so it does still take half damage, but
So roll damage for it.
burning this second to know how much damage this does. Okay, that's alright, so he takes 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So
As the orc screams in pain as he drops the guard, and immediately another orc stomps the guard's head, smashing
Lord.
it.
The guard fell to the ground, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him.
Now, Vasri, I
Yes.
have a very important question. How are you going to get out of the ballroom?
Servant quarters.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to use those.
Okay.
If I
Oh, you
ones
could
in the
easily
area.
get to there, and at this point, initiative has not started yet because they are not attacking you yet.
Yeah.
But so Philip and Jarn, what are you doing? as Devassery is running to get your weapons.
Um, I'm
Philip
okay.
will immediately begin mustering some guards because I assume there will be plenty in here.
Not in this room.
Right.
I'm pretty much going to tell my sister to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
For probably a short period of time, you could still respond to Leilani's message.
What was her message?
It was,
You know,
it,
there
she
are
sent a message to you, which you
math.
can.
Yeah.
It was the one, like the people being here.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, if you the next action you take will probably cause it to you to no longer be able to respond via message.
Yeah. I will just Philip will respond just very shortly that everyone has been alerted.
And
So
I don't know if you heard me say this, but the rest of the lords and your father have escorted the king through a secret entrance out of the room.
yeah. Well, since there are no guards in here, Philip is going to walk out into the ballroom.
And you see these 4 orcs as they smash this guard's head in.
Oh, Damien business.
And they look over to you. And they say something. I need
assuming
you
you
to
don't
check
speak orc.
things. He does not. In language you do not understand.
It's orc. I know it's orc.
I know orc.
I don't.
Are you here?
No,
No, I got
That's what I
sent
thought.
off.
That's what I thought.
orc.
What do you do?
Gentlemen, how can I help you?
Enhanced diplomacy.
Well, it's going to be really hard to
Uh,
diplomats as they don't understand what you're saying.
Well, you don't know.
31?
They don't know what you're saying.
No, okay, so they don't
But-
speak one. That's
They don't understand you.
They
But they can at
do
least
not.
understand my body language, which is non-threatening and friendly, not hostile.
To be fair, they are not friendly.
yes.
Yes, but they can perceive me as being friendly.
Sure. They could have also perceived the guard as being friendly.
Guards are not friendly.
They
They're
don't.
extremely neutral.
They don't. They do not do anything after you say that. As the ground slightly shakes as a ginormous orc, about 8 feet tall,
Named Scourge.
built like a bodybuilder, wearing a wolf mask, and they have a large single blade, a large axe in one hand and a shield in the other. As he stomps in, "Bring me your king."
Yes, we're actually working on it at the moment. In due time, say 4 minutes, he'll be ready. In that amount of time, how can I assist you? I can answer questions.
I am
can-
here for the king.
Yes, like I said, they're getting him ready so
I
that
stepped in beside him.
we
Mhm.
can sit down and discuss terms and
There are no terms.
establish.
The terms are bring me the king or you die.
Quick question. Why do you want our king? I'm not actually privy to this information. I'm just.
You will find out.
But, I mean, he's going to be gone for 4 minutes, so you might as well just.
Oh,
Tell
To
me.
make an example.
I stepped next to Philip. Yeah.
An example of what?
Your
Exactly.
king.
Right. Do you intend to kill him then?
Bring me your king.
I'll take that as a yes. Anyway, well, if you do intend to kill him, I'm afraid you must wait 4 minutes.
Tried
So-
telling them to wait.
So
I can hear you.
Who do you work for? I'm interested.
As I speak in a language that no one here understands. I don't
I
care.
work for no one.
All right, you work for yourself. I like that self entrepreneurial, respectable. So,
And
if
you
don't work
would
for
notice that
anyone,
the
work for
4
yourself.
orcs and this big orc are slowly walking towards you.
Yes. So the way you're self-employed. So why do you want to make an example of our king? I'm deeply interested.
You will learn soon enough.
But you, as I've been saying, we've got like a full 3 minutes here. So
I can make that no minutes. Step aside.
I mean, he's gone. They're getting him ready.
I will find
doesn't
him.
change. It's going to take you the same
He
amount
is
of
not
time as if you were
gone.
getting ready.
He cannot escape.
I mean, he's not escaping. They're getting him ready.
For what?
He has to
For
get to you.
you.
It takes him a minute to walk through the
For
castle.
you. I'm rolling bluff now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 20.
He probably doesn't have high wisdom anyway. Then not one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
I will not wait.
Okay, if you don't want to wait, it's just going to take you the same amount of time. You can either go meet him there, or he can come and meet you there. But it just doesn't really make that much sense to me. So we might as well just talk. I mean, or we don't have to talk. That's also an option.
Step aside.
Very well.
As
Gotta
he
take you the same
pushes
amount of time.
past you into the treaty room, seeing that there's no one there. Where is he?
No.
He's getting ready in his
We don't-
quarters.
Thank you. And him and the rest of the orcs immediately leave the ballroom.
If you leave this ballroom, I will gut you where you stand.
What?
And I'd like
He
to
stops.
intimidate.
I will slap Jarn across the face.
That's going to be a -5.
What?
He slaps you across the face as
No.
you say that. That makes it less intimidating.
Why are you doing this?
Does a 16 hit you? I imagine you're not wearing armor.
No, yes, it would hit me.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just shut up.
So -5
Yes.
to my intimidate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still have a +4, don't you?
What?
Still have a +4, don't you?
My intimidate's an 8. So it would be a 3. 19?
Not bad.
Oh.
But please excuse
He
my
stops.
friend here. Please excuse my friend here. He actually hit his head on the way in, and he's a bit out of control. So
And he
please,
turns
continue on.
around
I couldn't be more clear.
and looks
Stop
directly
talking.
at you, Jared.
What I'm doing is giving Devarsary time. Pretty much.
You know what also gives them time? Leading them on a wild goose chase.
Yes, but maybe the king is at his quarters.
That would be
But
remarkably
no.
stupid.
I know, but maybe.
And the
I don't know how
orc
stupid this king is.
slowly walks over to Jaren or Jarn. Looks down at you. Do you know who I am?
I'd
Some
love to
orc,
know.
some orc with no sense of humor.
He puts his hand on your shoulder,
He's gonna crush it. He's gonna
like
crush
leans in close. I am the Scourge.
Baron Wolf.
What's your
Is that what
CMD? Yes.
My CMB?
D.
CMD. 14.
Oh. Okay.
Is your CMD?
As he
You got
slams you
less.
against the wall,
Ow.
you are now effectively grappled.
Okay.
He's literally holding you up against the wall. You
Mhm.
are like a foot off the ground.
I am aware.
And he pulls out a large knife, or to you guys, it's basically this
messer?
long.
Mhm.
It's not just a
Or knife.
He pulls out Messer.
yeah, sure. I will gut you where you stand if you speak to me like that again.
Don't speak. Don't speak. Don't speak. Don't speak.
Leilani is going to going to message Travasari and remind you to also retrieve the armor.
Yeah, my armor too.
Very well.
Has Devasri reached the rooms by this point?
Oh yes, it's not
okay,
that
good.
you would have gotten
I
it by
didn't
now.
think so.
But carrying all that stuff,
Yes.
I can carry that stuff. None of
you
you are
have
wearing
nowhere
full
to
plate, right?
hold it.
One of them is leather armor.
Studded leather.
So you can literally just drape it over your arm.
Lamellar.
Aaron has
Yeah, that way you
laminar.
can also drape over your arm.
Yeah, it's essentially just carrying it on over my arms and running
Yes.
through them.
And the swords.
Yes.
Those are
Those you
hard
can
to
also
do.
drape over arms.
No, you cannot.
No, you cannot do that. They would easily
Dinky
fall.
swords.
Scarred can drape them over his arm if he wanted to, but you cannot.
There.
So, Glossary on her way back.
Very an original insult from the orc, by the way.
Very original.
Definitely didn't just steal the one that was used on him.
Nah.
It was like a turn on it, you know.
Yeah,
He turned it against it.
I rolled a 19. Shut up.
Can you make a will save, Aaron?
Okay. It's a 21.
21.
Why?
That's a really good save.
I got a 19. My will save is a 2. The beauty of being level 2.
The highest save here.
Oh my gosh. What did you say? What
Do I have the
why
highest
are you
will save
taking
here?
so long to look-
Aaron, what did you roll?
Yes. A 21.
He got a 24.
How?
No, not 24, 28.
How?
Orcs.
Why are we fighting someone who can do that? Who can get that high?
Typically, you're not supposed to fight this guy.
Like we're just gonna give him the king.
I didn't say that. So,
I mean, I gave him the fake king.
Maybe.
The king is definitely would not be in his quarters.
We're
I can
hoping.
tell you that much.
We are certainly hoping.
as
No, it is-
he's holding you up against the wall, you hear, "Hey, drop him." And you
I'm
turn and
like-
see your sister. He looks down at her. Fair.
Yeah.
This is indeed.
What did you say to me?
I
said- Drop him.
Philip will take a couple of steps in front of Kiana.
I told you to stay put.
Tell me, Jaren, does foolishness run in your family?
Apparently.
Yes, it does.
Baron Wolf looks back at the other orcs, gestures
And
to
start
Kiana,
laughing.
and says, "Grab her."
No.
They
I
can't
am
understand him.
taking Kiana by the wrist and I'm running
They can't understand him when he speaks English.
back into the.
He said it in orc, Aaron.
Okay.
I just
Gesturing to the orcs and gesturing to the girl. Interpolate
Right.
the meaning.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm grabbing Kiana by the wrist and I'm running back into the 3D room.
as the orcs run in after you.
Yes, I'm
And so I'm gonna do.
running
So
with
yeah,
them.
I'm gonna do a big circle around the table. And then run back up.
There isn't actually a table. It's just a bunch of chairs.
I'll run around the chairs.
Okay. As the
And
orcs
then
block
run
off
back
both of
up.
the other sides, as there are 4 orcs, and the two of which are going to run directly after you.
Call them forks.
How many orcs are there?
4. 5
Forks.
plus
There's
Baron Wolf.
forks. There's 4.
5 counting him.
How close are you? How close would she be at this point? With the swords and
Not close enough to get there within 6 seconds.
right, but how long could I estimate we have? A minute?
A minute.
Yeah. Okay. So as they kind of block off the our way off, I'm just gonna keep running, and then I'm gonna kind of slow and like a flash of confusion and be like, "Is that the king?" And I point in a complete opposite direction. I'm gonna roll a bluff real quick.
Okay.
That's a 29.
Oh my god. What
I
is your
rolled a
bluff?
19. 10.
Oh, you rolled a
Okay.
19?
As you
Oh
see,
my
3 of the orcs immediately look that direction as one barrels towards you. What is your
Charisma.
CMD? As he got a nat 20.
Yeah. 13.
Okay. Yeah, you are grappled.
Oh.
As he
Brian, what's your
barrels
CMD?
into you,
Hmm?
you let go of Kiana. And the other orcs immediately are like, what? And look back.
What
Why does the wizard have the highest CMD?
is your CMD?
The cleric has a
15.
+4 strength.
Do you know why? Because you're
Hold on,
straight.
why am I looking at Nico? The one-
As one of the other orcs goes over, grabs Kiana, basically just lifts her on his shoulder.
Okay.
As Philip gets grabbed, I'm going to cast Charm Person on the one who is grabbing.
I'm sorry, you were in the other room.
No, I followed him. I said I did.
Oh.
I always follow him.
Oh, you'd assumed the guy they would let
Now
you.
and forever.
Okay.
So is he gonna make a save?
What is the save?
It is a DC 18.
Yeah, I beat that.
Impressive. Right.
All right.
As one of the others picks up Kiana, she's like, "Let me go!"
Seeing as that failed, Philip is just going to, in a moment of inspiration, he is just going to like maneuver himself and just very passionately kiss the orc grappling him in an attempt to just completely stun him.
Throw him off.
Okay.
What do you want me to? Do you want me to roll a charisma check here?
Yeah, just roll straight charisma.
I don't want you to roll at all. Just do
All
it.
right, that's a 20, not natural.
You
You're
kiss
rolling
the
really
orc.
high.
It like
Wait.
pushes you off of it for a second. It's like it
Alright.
like touches its
Philip-
lip. It's just
Philip immediately takes advantage of that and scrambles after the orc that grabbed Kiana.
okay.
I'm gonna then
Pretty
cast
sure that-
Charm Person on the orc.
What you just
carrying.
did is supposed to be
The orc
alive
that you kissed grabbed your arm.
and
That's
kisses
what I
you
would call
again.
sexual assault.
Kisses
And
you again.
one moment, I have to roll a will save. Oh no.
Hold on. As soon as he grabs my arm, I'm gonna whip my head around and just,
It
give him
kisses
the
you.
face.
It what?
It kisses him.
What?
It kisses you.
Ah, Georg.
As it got a nat 1 on its will save.
Bold.
Yep.
Georg.
I will return it and then.
This is the strangest fight I've ever
It
been
is
in.
the weirdest
Oh,
fight I've seen.
While this is taking place, I'd like to try and charm the other orc.
Okay, if you were casting charm at that orc, I would have said you automatically succeeded.
I know, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know,
Okay,
but I'm doing it.
18, is that what you said? You have charmed one of the others.
Okay.
The one carrying Kiana.
I'm going to ask him to bring her to the servant quarters and then rejoin us.
Okay. He goes as Baron Wolf holds Jaren.
How long does charm person last?
An hour Pearlcaster.
Oh my gosh. You're
And
fine.
Jaren, as you are immediately thrown to the ground as you take 4 points of no, not 4. One moment.
This would be an improvised
Man,
attack.
this
is-
orc is thirsty.
7 points of
Normally-
damage.
7? Why 7?
Strength.
You're
Yeah.
adding.
Yeah, he's
You
throwing
are-
you to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's basically almost slamming you into the ground.
Non-lethal though, right?
Yeah.
Since it's an unarmed strike.
As Baron Wolf immediately goes into the room, finding Philip and this orc entwined.
Make you know.
Yeah. So
Ender-
as
Entwined
soon
is
as
the
that-
right word.
Yeah, as soon as the orc kissed him again, Philip would have pulled away and gave him, that
Connor!
an attempt to stun him again.
Okay, roll.
18.
Oh my god.
This is the best fight ever.
Connor, I think this orc is in love.
I'm uploading this entire fight by
As-
itself.
As he got
This
another
is
nat
Pats and
1.
Dragons.
Yeah.
This is Pats and Dragons.
Connor, you
Freddy,
have
he
made
is
this
gay.
orc fall in love with you.
This is an intro clip.
I didn't
Excellent.
also cast Charm
The orc
Person.
again.
On this orc, as he is 100% in love with Philip, you charm him again. With magic this time.
Now he's gonna do
Now-
what you say.
Do I pick up on this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to grab him by the hand and just point at Baron Wolf.
As he runs towards him.
It makes
Do whatever you must for me, my love.
he can't understand you.
Yeah, Philip doesn't actually say that, but that is the intent. That is Philip's motive at the moment.
Basically, the
Oh
orc goes
my
over and tries to grapple Baron Wolf to the ground, which he can't.
He can try.
But he tried. He
So,
certainly tried. But he's not he just straight up goes over and tries to hold him to the ground. Baron Wolf just shrugs him off.
While they're
But
doing
what-
that, are we running?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to run over, kind of do a like close to Leilani. What did that orc take where did that orc take Kiana?
Just grab a hold of you and run into the servant corridors.
Where you
Have I
see
not gotten here yet?
You would be on the way out or something right now.
this hasn't been a minute yet.
Well, we're going to meet you on the way back. Since you are
Yes.
taking the servant.
So you would run into them.
Wait, as the orc is trying to grapple him, I'm going to stand up and pretty much run away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the three of us are inching our way through this like one person thick corridor in between the
Yes.
walls. And I'm going to message the orc.
Mm-hmm.
I can't understand you.
No, it can't.
That's fair,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
It can't speak common.
That's fair. Never mind me.
Just like you can't speak anything else.
Tis a shame.
-6. No, 6 intelligence,
We've run
baby. 6
We've
intelligence.
run into you now, right, Nate?
Huh?
We've run into you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To learn Orcish.
Philip
it was
take
among my studies,
his
yes.
armor
Yes.
and just start strapping it
Yes, you
on.
can. As I put on my armor as well, and I take my falcata, get my sheath, my falcata.
And yeah, I'll take my rapier as well.
Do we need it for the orcs in the room?
Well, I've charmed one of them, but I don't have a great way of communicating with make sure that our friend ends up in the correct place. Can you tell me how to pronounce um uh,
Servant rooms.
take her to the servant rooms?
I believe it would be
And you say it.
Mhm. Yes, I'm going
yeah.
to mimic those words and message the orc to make sure he's going to the right place.
Mm-hmm. As he just ran after you pointed, so.
Yeah. So that's
He
our
just ran in that
and yeah, I'm gonna then ask Philip. So what do we do now?
Well, first we have to go see to. I honestly don't know. It's split between. I think it's reasonable to say that the orcs have been reasonably deterred.
I'm going to my sister.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's probably best you do that.
D, come on. Go.
I will fall.
All right.
We need to find guards. Is what we need. We need to muster a force of guards. So,
We can ask
I-
one of
I-
the servants in the servant quarters if they know where the barracks are.
actually, would Devassery, in her exploring of the castle, would you have found like some kind of garrison room or barracks?
Probably. I would assume so.
I would hope so.
GM.
Yes.
Have I found any garrison room or barracks area armory?
Yes. You did not find any guards in it.
That's fine, just as long as we know where it is, because hopefully they are there now, or they were at some
Yes.
point, or there might just be some there. That would be the first
Yes.
place that Philip would start looking.
So we will head that direction.
Okay.
Oh, but we need. Would you be able to give us directions that way, or would you have to lead us?
Directions would probably work better. Or best.
Yes. We'll just assume directions then.
Yeah. As she has to go
Yeah.
with Jarn.
Yeah, so we'll go that way. And, yeah, to the
So you're
garrison.
just gonna follow us, pretty much.
Well, we're going to the garrison. You're going to the servant quarters.
I'm assuming they're near each other at least. Maybe.
No.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I am wrong in every way.
So, first we'll go with Philip and Leilani. You reach the guards' quarters where you find that the door has been broken off of its hinges.
That's not good.
And you go inside where you
That's no
find
good.
it has been ransacked. And in the corner of the room, bleeding, is Lord Octavian.
Oh.
I'm
He's
going
just-
to run over to him. And, yes, I'll cast you know what? Yeah, I'll do channel energy.
Okay.
Philip will take a guard position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 5 points.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We were attacked as soon as we exited the chamber.
Is the king safe?
I don't know. Your father took him away after we tried to hold them off.
Was it more orcs?
Yes.
Where did they come from?
I don't
Where did they
know.
go?
Where did they go?
Can't I, Joe?
Where did you come from?
Fool.
Hey, you fool! Yes. They were more formidable than we expected.
Indeed, dealing with him is quite odd, as Philip gets a faraway look in his eyes.
Hmm.
Anyway, are you well enough to stand?
Because of your servant here, yes.
Good,
And he
good.
slowly stands.
Where are the rest of the gods?
I don't know. I came here. Well, while I was attacked, I got separated from Mortimer. And I came here. And this is how I found it.
Where are all they?
One of them, at least, was fighting with the orcs on their way in. They may have simply been slaughtered.
I don't know why they would all be positioned outside, though.
Well, many of them were probably positioned inside and came to intercept the orc. I heard shouting, which is what I alerted you to.
Surely, but I get there to be at least more. Some guarding the king person. Doesn't matter now. We need to find my father.
Mr. or Lord Octavia,
Yes.
you wouldn't happen to know the direction that the king and um, Lord,
Yes, I would.
would you point us in that direction? Or better yet, if you would like, lead us.
I can try to lead. But I don't know if I have the strength. They were headed towards a secret trapdoor outside of the castle. It's behind a painting of the king.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and message Dravosia, that where we're headed.
And Jarin and Devasserin, you reach the servants' quarters where you find this orc just holding Kiana, sitting there. And off in the corner, you see hiding is the butler,
Mm-hmm.
just staring at the orc, holding a broken
Did
cup.
he offer?
Of course.
Oh, he broke his cup.
Let me go! Drop me! Off! Let down!
Kiana, you know orc.
I didn't pay attention. Tell it to put me down.
I don't know.
I wasn't talking to you, Jarin.
Tell it.
As you wish.
Yes.
I say in Orcish. What's probably very odd sounded Orcish.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, could you please put the lady down?
And the orc drops her.
And I go and grab Kiana.
Ow! She slaps the orc across the face, who's just smiling stupidly.
Yes, I would imagine it would be.
So sorry.
Right.
Kiana wipes herself off.
What do we do with it?
I don't
I
know.
don't have to do anything. You can just leave it sitting here.
Yeah, we can just leave it here.
I
Probably
don't know.
gonna-
What if it wears off?
Prisoner first questioning.
Yeah, that's probably what will happen. The guards will probably take it prisoner. It's not hard to deal with
Right.
one orc.
Or
Tell
you
it to tie itself.
could just go rejoin the others when the spell wears off. I mean,
Yeah.
In an hour.
If the rest of the
in
if the
2
others
hours.
are going to be alive by the time the spell.
exactly.
Alright.
Someone
Tell
to
it
do it.
tie itself up.
I don't think it will. I don't think the spell reaches that far.
I mean, you can try, but
Fine.
You know,
At least
no.
let's not be here.
The butler in the corner is like, "Are you going to keep it here?"
I don't know yet.
Can you please
I
take it
have-
away?
I'm going to direct it to an empty room.
It just walks in all stupid like
my friend told me to go into the room. Okay,
good friend,
Okay.
nice friend,
Good friend.
you like friend.
Yeah.
me like friend,
Me. Hungry.
me
Dum
honey.
dum. You give me gum gum.
Yes, it's that way, not the
You
gun.
dumb dog.
So yes, that is what happens. The butler's like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Do you know where the king will be?
No, I do not.
They're looking for him.
I would assume.
Fine. You go to wherever it is you need to go. Protect
I'm
yourself.
staying right here.
Good idea.
There's an orc in that room.
I know,
That
but it's
spell
not in
might
this room. I can lock that door.
Then
Think
please
that'll
do.
match the arc.
He,
Why are
butler-
you realizing the
Where-
power?
the
Where
butler
was
goes
the
over and
ram
locks
going
the
again?
door.
Where's the ram going again? I'm asking Devassery.
Why would she know?
Because she was there when you said it.
Hmm?
She was there
She-
when you said it.
The barracks.
Oh, right, the barracks. Yeah, we were headed to the barracks.
Right.
From what I've heard, to the barracks.
Right. Let's go there then.
Although technically, you do know that we're not headed there anymore, but we did head there.
No, we did not know that
Actually,
you're not heading there
Devassery
anymore.
did.
Oh.
Ah, so I was the one you messaged. Cool.
Yes, the one with the very long name starting
Yes.
with a D. with two
Where are
S's.
you going?
Devassery.
We need to come up
Devassery.
with a nickname.
Devassery.
I'll
Uh,
get it
call it-
eventually, but I'm bad with names.
Dove.
Ass.
you know,
Duh.
yeah, Dove
Did you
works.
just say ass?
No.
He would.
How do you know I was talking to you, Connor?
He just answered your question.
And
regarding-
where are they going?
I don't remember personally.
With painting? We're going to the painting.
Ah, follow
Ah,
me. It's a specific hallway.
Very nice.
And eventually you both meet back up at that painting.
Yeah.
Open the painting.
Where you find the painting is no
Where's my
longer on the
sister?
trapdoor.
Yeah,
Open the
go
trapdoor.
through.
And
Open
it's
the
basically a
door.
chute down.
Friend. The Elvish word for friend.
Yeah, Leilani is going to say that she's going to go down and message you all if it's safe down there.
Okay.
Who goes first?
Leilani will.
Genius. As you
Wait,
slide
are we
down
all
the
at the
chute.
trapdoor?
Yes.
We're all
Yes.
okay. I'm gonna have to call it here because it's 10:15 and I gotta go to sleep soon.
Very well.
Then
I think that's a good place to end it then.
Unfortunately, I was all ready for a joke later on before these
thing.
orcs showed up, and they messed my joke up.